If you have been looking for a nice software that uses geometric shapes, if you have been looking for what may be the best sacred geometry designer software, this brief video is for you. Also, if you have been wondering what the featured sacred geometry designer software is and what it may be able to do for you, this brief video is for you as well. Also, if you would like to just get straight to the official website for the featured software that is said to use geometric shapes, you can just click on the links provided here as well. This brief video will be a brief review on the featured OmniGeometry Sacred Geometry Designer software. There are links provided at the bottom, in the description of this featured video, that will take you to the official page that you see on your screen here. If at any time, you would like to visit the official page that you see on your screen for yourself and take a look at the information more in depth, or if you would just like to follow along with us on your own, all that you have to do is just click on the links provided below, to be taken to the official page, for the featured OmniGeometry Sacred Geometry Designer software. Now, there is much information on the page that you see on your screen. In this brief video, we will go over and touch on the points and portions of the page that we feel will be of most interest to you. Please remember, anytime you want to get to the page that you see on your screen and see more for yourself, all that you have to do is just click on the links provided in the video description below. Now first off, the main thing that we want to show here, is that when you click on the links below and arrive on the page that you see here, there is a video for you to watch for the featured OmniGeometry. The featured video should give you a better idea of what the featured designer software may be able to do for you, and how you may be able to benefit from it as well. Now, as we are able to see here, the featured OmniGeometry is said to be a sacred geometry designer software, and also there is an image here to give you a better visual of what it looks like, and some of the features that you may be able to use as well. But quickly, let's get back to the top of the official page here, and you can see that there are blogs that you can see to give you a better idea of the featured software. Also, you can see that there is the About Us section, so that you may be able to see more information on the creators. Now, one important thing that we want you to see, is that there are tutorials here as well. Just briefly take a look as we briefly scroll through here. Once again, be sure to click on the links below in the video description to take a more in-depth look at all of the information for yourself. So, in this portion of our brief video, we first want to briefly go over and touch on a few of the details from what the creators of the featured Sacred Geometry Designer software has to say that it may be able to do for you and how you may be able to benefit from it as well. Now, as we are able to see here, that this featured Sacred Geometry Designer software, OmniGeometry, is said to be designed to generate geometric formations based on recursive geometrical shapes. Everything in OmniGeometry is said to be based on layers and their parameters. Each layer is said to contain over 40 parameters that you can edit, and instantly see the changes in the formation. Just briefly take a look here as we briefly scroll through. Now, what we found to be interesting is what it says here, that when using Photoshop, Illustrator or other traditional image editing software for creating recursive or sacred geometry patterns, you have to use tools that are not designed for this task. This will require a lot of work, time and fine-tuning on your part in order to get similar results as with OmniGeometry. Just briefly take a look as we continue to scroll through the official page that you see on your screen. Now here, let's take a look at where it says, Recursive Technology, and as you can see here, it says that the OmniGeometry engine enables you to create perfect recursive geometry in a matter of seconds, as opposed to countless hours when drawn by hand, and there are more details here on this point. Also here where it says Export Vector Files, and as you can see, there is more information on this point here. Take a look here where it says Organic Interface, and you can see that there is more information on this point here. Take a look here, where it says Animation, and you can see that there is more information on this point. Also look here where it says Animation Tracing, and there is more information on this point here. You can see where it says Flower of Life, and you can take a look at more of the information on this point here. And now, take a look where it talks about the featured software being used by the pros. And you can see more information on this point here as well. Just take a look here as we continue to briefly scroll through here. Once again, be sure to click on the links below in the video description to take a more in-depth look at all of the information for yourself. Now, pay particular attention to the portion of the page here, where it shows some of the features that are said to come with the featured, Sacred Geometry Creation software here. And as you can see, there are said to be training videos, free updates, also what is called a Telegram group as well. Just briefly take a look as we briefly scroll through here. Now just take a look here, as it shows that there is an online version and an offline version. You can take a look here, as it shows what each version is said to offer and the differences. Also, you are able to take a look at the prices down in this portion as well. And now, last but definitely not least, we get to the frequently asked questions, and as you can see here there are questions and concerns that people have, and you can briefly take a look at how these questions and concerns are addressed here. Just briefly take a look as we scroll through this portion of the page here. Once again, be sure to click on the links below in the video description to take a more in-depth look at all of the information for yourself. Now, make sure that when you get to the official web page that you see on your screen by clicking on the links below in the video description, that you pay particular attention to all of the information that is presented on the page, to give you a better idea of what the featured sacred geometry creation software may be able to do for you, and how you may be able to benefit from it as well. Also, pay attention to the pricing, the packages and the features that are also said to come with it as well. Once again, we would like to thank you for watching our brief video review. If you have found that the information presented here in this video was helpful and insightful to you, be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button. Remember to click on the links below in the video description to go to the official web page that you have seen on the screen in this video to get more information and see more, if you decide to choose the featured OmniGeometry Sacred Geometry Designer software.